Hey there YouTube, West Texas Prepper here. I was going to give you an update on my camper project. I've been delayed on it a little bit, had some other things going on. I'll show you a little bit of that while I'm out here looking at the camper and get you up to speed on what I've got going on with it. So let's go ahead and get started. This is, sorry about that, don't have a tripod. This 1984 StarCraft 24 Galaxy. What I've done so far, pardon the shadows here, I've got a shop light out here. I've gone in and, as you can see, I've got a jack, and I've got another one up on the front. I've got it up on 6 jacks right now, supporting the frame, so I could get it off the ground. It's real sturdy. I went ahead and jacked up the corners originally, and then I decided once I pull the wheels off to go ahead and put another jack under there just so it won't bow in the middle if I'm in there working on it. Feels pretty stout, felt pretty stout anyway, but I wanted to go ahead and just to make sure that everything was okay. So I've got it up on 6 jacks right now. I've got it popped up. I'm in the process of cleaning it up right now. A couple things that I've done. I've gone in and pulled a couple of fittings off. The lights, that light was bad. This fitting that went on here, this is where you put these poles that help support the frames. They slide in here, and so I went ahead and pulled that off. It had rotted just being out in the sun. So I pulled those off just to get an idea of what I'm looking at as far as getting that all cleaned up, and it doesn't look like a big deal. I'm going to have to replace the lights. I'm just going to replace all of them. They're inexpensive enough that I can go ahead and just do everything, get them sealed, put new, have to do new bulbs anyway, and that way I'll know all the electrical is good. I would show you inside, but it's a little dark out here. I'm in my new shop and just really haven't had a chance to get things organized, but more on that in just a sec. But you can probably see in here some of the pitting. You can just see how that stuff just really scratches off. That's how much sun damage this stuff has had. This is a gas line. Oh, see, that's that's how bad it is. That just came right off of there. So we're gonna get all that replaced. One thing I've done, I've gone in and pulled both the wheels off and also the spare. This is really the most expensive thing that I'm looking at having to do right now. Just getting started on it. I'm going to have to replace 2 of the wheels. As you can see, this one has quite a bit of rust damage on it. This has been sitting outside. Local cats, dogs come by and do their business on it, mark their territory. So it's sort of rusted the wheels. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 new wheels, and then I'm going to get 3 new tires. The spare had been in storage, so it's okay. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But then what I'll do is I'll take the 2 wheels, have them pull the tires off, pull the valve stems out, and then I will take those and get them cleaned up, probably some type of media blasted, repaint them, prime them, repaint them, and then have new tires put on them. That way I'll have 5 tires for this camper. That way I'll definitely have enough spares to deal with that. Here's some more lights that I'll have to replace. One thing that, as far as cosmetic on the inside, this is the biggest thing that I'm having to deal with on the inside right now, is on the door panels, the material that they use to go in. Of course, like I said, it's 1984. This material that they had glued down on these has come up. And so any of you out there that are watching this, if you have any suggestions, what I was thinking of doing is just going ahead and using a heat gun and pulling this off, and then going in, sanding it down, pulling the hardware off here, sanding everything down, and just priming and spray painting and doing that. Like I said, I'm not really concerned how this looks. I'm more looking for functionality. When we go out and do things, you're not spending just a lot amount of time in the camper. You're out doing other things, fishing, hiking, having fun. Mainly this is a place to eat and sleep, and that's it. So cosmetically, I'm not too worried about it. I want everything to look nice, but I'm not so concerned with style. So any of you out there that are watching this, if you have any other suggestions, I've thought about going in and gluing it down, but this stuff's so thick and old, I just don't know how long that would hold up. So like I said, I'm looking at pulling all this off, sanding everything down, priming and painting, and then hanging the cabinets back and just calling it a day and being done with it. That way they'll have a fairly good feature on it. One other thing that I'm going to have to look at is this does have electric brakes. So I'm going to have to go in and learn how to pull all this apart and look at it. This one is rubbing a little bit. You can hear it. So probably needs new brake shoes. I need to go ahead and grease the hubs and do all that. So that's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me as well. But that's one of the things that I've got to do here. First thing I'm going to do while it's popped up is get everything wiped down, vacuumed off, get all the dirt off of it. There's some dirt up here along this. There's quite a bit of dirt, especially along this ridge line. As you can see up here at the top on this seam, there's a lot of real fine dirt that got up there. So I'm going to get all that vacuumed off and cleaned up, get the outside cleaned up, go into the inside, get it cleaned up. Sorry, allergies are bothering me a little bit, and get that done. And then I'll lower everything once I get it cleaned up, and then once I get it lowered down, then I'll start working on all this outside hardware and stuff like that and getting it going. All the cloth interior was still in good shape. Just need to take it outside and probably get an air hose, blow it off. Found all my fishing gear, so that was good. And so that's an update on the camper. That's my one big project. But first, I don't know if you can see in here, this is the storage building, and I'll post the video that I did over Labor Day. I came in and cleaned out, this is like a 40 by 50, 35 by 45 storage building. And I came in and cleaned it out for my mother-in-law, and she's going to let me move my pool business in, personal storage and things like that. So I'm in the process of getting that. I had 3 storage units that I went and cleaned out in a month and just hauled everything in here. And as you can see, I've just got stuff stacked up. A lot of this stuff I'm going to sell. A lot of prepping stuff back over here in the back, buckets. You know, I'm still in the process of organizing. All this was stuff that was in storage from my dad's house when he passed away. So a lot of this stuff I need to go through. I've got some things organized, but not like I want. But over Christmas break, I'm going to have 2 weeks off of school. I'm going to be able to go in and get all this. I've got some camping stuff over here. Everything is in one location. That's the one thing I do appreciate, that is everything is in one location, but I've got to get it organized. That's the downfall, I think, of us prepping, is that a lot of times we're just not organized. But I think now having everything in here, it'll be a piece of cake. I have the 3 shelving units. Sorry about the bright light. The 3 shelving units over here that I'm actually going to put backs on now, and they'll go along this wall. Tools and things that I have to get organized. I have two tool chests. So I've got some stuff going already as I was moving my pool business in. Got some of my pool stuff organized. But, you know, there's more to do. All my woodworking tools, and I've got to get up on shelves or someplace. And so I'll be able to move. Sorry about the focus. The light's not very good, so it takes a little bit. A lot of this stuff will be moved around and go from there. It also has an upstairs. That's where a lot of the personal stuff will wind up going, and get it out of this. So we'll be in good shape. But YouTube, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to get this posted before Thanksgiving. We'll see what happens. But that's an update on the trailer. And please, if you've got suggestions on a couple things, one, on the electric brakes, if you know anything about those, what I need to do here, that would be wonderful. And then anybody have any suggestions on the doors and this material that they have down? It's sort of like a contact paper that they put on shelves. It's a little thicker, but if you have any suggestions on this, I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Have a good Thanksgiving. Like I've always said, do what you can with what you have, where you are. Thanks a lot.